So of course, we all have parts of our lives that we would love to improve. And maybe some of you on the call tonight have something really pressing that you'd like to talk about. And so for those of you who are new, I just thought to give a few examples of what this work can accomplish, or the kinds of challenges that we can look at resolving. And so what if you're in a marriage or a relationship that kind of bumps up against the same old arguments, and you're really wanting to get out of that power struggle? Or maybe for you, you've recently come out of a relationship and you're looking to rebuild your life. Maybe some of you are co-parenting or up against parenting challenges inside of your relationship, and you kind of want to drop the resentment and the pain and just go about it from this kind of healthier, open-minded awareness place. Maybe some of you have all kinds of symptoms that you're frustrated by because they're still there, regardless of everything you've tried. And some of the clients that I find in my practice, they're really kind of challenged by this not enough clients, not enough money dynamic. And that can also be sourced back to our family of origin. So these are just some of the examples of maybe the challenges that you might be able to bring forward, if you can relate to any of those examples. These are the things that I work with each and every day with my clients. I guess my primary example when we look at the intergenerational approach to healing. So let's say we've got a client, her name is Sarah, and she's been dealing with depression for, over a decade. She's tried every medicine, every supplement. She's tried everything you could imagine, seen every expert, and still the symptoms kind of stay the same. Well, I look at Sarah as one square in the quilt, and I want to bring in her mom and dad as the other squares and her grandparents above as 4 other squares. So when I look at Sarah in the quilt, her full life in its entirety, this is where we begin to get new information. We've got new traction, and long-standing resolutions can come from that place. And as we move into some of the examples tonight, you'll see exactly what I mean. But this is how the intergenerational approach is different than just one-on-one therapy. What I also love, I had a client of mine kind of point this out, and I thought, isn't that the perfect way to describe it? That this process allows you to resolve long-standing family issues without your family even having to be present. It's opening up a new perspective to create these new solutions, these new insights in the parts of your life where you need it most. And you can resolve these issues as effectively if your parents were right here in the room with you. And so it's the best of all the things you gain from family therapy without having to have your family here. So think about it. How many times has your mom annoyed you without even being in the room? Or if you grew up with a critical parent, how many times has that critical voice been heard, even the tone of their voice coming into your mind? They're not in the room with you, but the influence is still felt. And so, of course, as we look at how we can resolve it, it's a little bit of that same example.